So hello, today we are going to see how to implement login sign functionality in MERN Stack. So let's start by creating a file on the desktop, wherever you want to create. Let's create a file, login sign up. Let's open it on yes. Let's create a file. Okay, open it in VS Code. Okay, now click on the terminal and click on the new terminal. Now we will have to create two files. First will be the backend file, and then we will create the front end file. So let's so just go into the backend folder, because we will be building backend first and then we'll be moving to the front end part. So for the backend we will be needing we will be needing package.json file. So type on the terminal lpm init -y. This will create a default package.json file for us. And yeah, we got a package.json file. Now we will have to download some dependencies and some modules. So npm install express nodemon with express mongoose .env cookie parser and bcrypt and JSON Web Token. This will take some time to download. So as you can see, we have downloaded these dev dependencies, Mongoose, Express, JSON Web Token, and we also need to install nodemon as a dev dependencies, which will be as a dev dependency. So, yeah. So now I think we got most of the packages we will be needing to build the application. So let's create file structure. So we will be having middleware. We'll be adding models. We'll be having routes. We will be having controllers. And we will be having db file, and we will be having a server.js file. So now we will add some script to run our backend application. So go to the scripts, and we'll be adding two scripts. First one will be the start script. And it will have node server.js, which is our main file, and we will also have a dev script which will be nodemon server.js. So yeah, now let's move to the server.js file and we will create our express application. So const express import the express, and express. Now go app not lesson. We will be providing the port on which our application will run. 8080. By default I'm giving the port 8080. You can give any port of your choice. Server running. 8080. So now let's run the script that we have added just now. npm run def. So yeah, as you can see, the server, you are seeing the console.log server is running. So this means our Express application is completely fine. Now let's create the our environment variable file. So .env, which will contain all the environment variables we will be needing for the development. So uh, just first we will be initializing our port here, TAT, and go to the server.ds file and const and do required .env .config, and now we will be able to access the environment variable throughout our application. The process.env .port, this will give the port value which we have provided in the .env file. So yeah, we will give port and let's cut it off. Server running on port $. So as you can see, the console log server everything on port 8080. So now we have established our .env file. So now we will proceed with the connecting our application with the MongoDB database. For that, go to the DB file and create a connection.js file. Connector.js file. Now move to the browser and search for Mongoose documentation. And in the Mongoose documentation, you will find you will go into the guide section and go to the connection section. And in the connection section, copy this code here. Go to the connection.js file and create a function. First, import the Mongoose. And const connect to database. This will be a asynchronous function, and we will be using add function for it, and we will wrapping it inside the track cache block. And when the error comes, we will be doing simple console.log error, and we will be exiting the process. Exit 1. And yeah, here's the code here. Sorry, not this one. Yes, here's the code here. And so just for here we will be giving the name of our database. So for now I'm giving it the default name like fun, because we are building it for fun. That's it. We'll be doing simple console log to check whether we are connected to the database or not successfully. Connected to database. So yeah, that's it. Now we will be exporting this function and we will be using in server.js file. Exports is equal to connect to database. Go to the server.js and import the connect to database file function. Const // and do connect to database, and just execute this function and call this function. And let's see, we have successfully connected to the database. You can see in the console.log. So after that, go to the after that we will be building the MongoDB schema since schema. So yeah, close this, go to the models, create a new file, user dot model dot js. So then const come import the Mongoose, require Mongoose. Mongoose, or we'll be creating the user schema, Mongoose dot schema, and first we will defining the name. What is the type of the name? It will be the string, and it is required true. That means when it is required, it will required to, and when the user didn't provide it, we will giving this custom error to it. That is email name is required. Now we want user to also give email. Type string and required true. And we will also want user to enter the password. It will be type string, and it will be required true. And we will do the password is required, and just write password is required, just replace it with password, and here just replace it with email. We can also give the regions and add more validation to it, but for now we are building a simple application. I want to keep the things simple, so let's move it with that. And we will be creating now we will be creating the model out of the schema. So const user is equal to mongoose dot model. Make sure it model, not models, and here we will provide the name of our model. It should be in singular noun. Don't make it users. MongoDB will do it for us, and it should be in lowercase. And now that we have defined the name, we'll be giving the schema type, which is user schema. Now we will be exporting this model, which we will be using to create new users. So module dot exports is equal to user. So now go to the controllers file, and now we will be writing the scripts for registering the user. So user dot controller dot js. So create a user dot controller dot js file. You can choose any name convention as you like. I like this naming convention. So yeah, const so create a register function, async, so before going to that, we will be, since passwords is a necessary field, we will be hashing it first, then before saving it into the databases. So for that we will do user schema dot pre. So what the application will do before saving the user into the database, it will run this script, this function that I am defining before saving the it into the databases. So yeah, when the error comes, we'll do simple console.log. error. So yeah, we were about to hash our password. So for hashing the password, we require Bcrypt library. So we have installed it. So we will just import it. Bcrypt, and first of all we will be generating the salt. It will be an asynchronous operation. It will be as asynchronous operation, and bcrypt dot salt, and we will be giving the rounds, number of rounds. It's best to give the 10 rounds. You can go for 12 and 50 for more security, but I like to give 10 for 10 rounds because it's more fast and optimally secure. And this dot password is equal to await bcrypt dot hash. So we will be giving the password which is provided by the user, and then we will be giving the salt to it, and thus we got the we got the hash password and it, yeah. So we only want to hash the password also when it's first time given by the user. We don't want to hash it every time and we save the user. So to prevent that, we will using this dot is modified, and password. If the password is modified, we will be just move away with the process. So yeah, we have successfully created the password hashing function. We also need to compare the password when we are when we are logging the user. So for that, we will be using we will be defining methods here. We'll be doing it there only. So yeah, we have to go. Now we will be writing the registration functionality. So yeah, so whenever the error comes, I want to do the console log to see what the errors are. Error, and we will be returning a response to the user. Okay, success, false, and message internal server. And just say status, it will be 500. So yeah, so for in order to create the user, we need email and the name of the user, which will be coming from the request, which we will be getting from the by the request.body. So in order to access the request.body, we need to use an middleware, express middleware. It is app. Go to the server.js file and do express and write this middleware. This will allow us to read the data from the request.body. If you don't do, you will get an empty string. And let's do the little validation. So if the user has not provided the email or password or name, then we will be giving a custom error to him. A custom error to the user. Let's copy this. Successful. The status code will be 401, and the message will be, what will be the message? Yeah, the message will be all fields are required. So yeah, sorry. Yeah, So now that we have the email, password and name, we will be creating the user first. User, wait, it's an asynchronous operation. It will return a promise and to user. This user is the user model that we have created, and we'll pass email, password, and name. Okay, says okay. Now we will be saving the user. New user, which will be an async, which will return a promise. Const saved user, new user dot save. It will be an asynchronous operation. So here, so now that we have to give some response to the user. Response dot JSON success to, and we'll be giving sending the users to the sending the new user saved user to it. Use as saved user, and yeah, that's it. Now we will be exporting this function. Register, and go to the routes folder and create a user routes. User the right routes.js is the file that I'm creating, and const express dot router, and we'll be exporting this router module dot exports is equal to router. So yeah, router not route. The route will be the endpoint from at which the user will request, and here it will be register as we are registering the user. And when the user will hit the register endpoint, we will be calling the register function. Okay, now go to the server.js file and export user router that we have just created. Dot slash okay routes slash user routes, and m.use slash API slash even slash register and user router. I think we have some error. Okay, I think I misspelled away. It should be route, not router. Now I think everything is fine. Now let's move to the no postman to check whether our route is working fine or not. So let's open postman. For those who don't have Postman, I recommend downloading it. You can choose other tools as well. With some tools also come with VS Code integration as an extension of VS Code, but I don't recommend it. Go for the Postman because it's better. It's very efficient. You can manage these routes. You see, I have many applications, route endpoints, registers here, and I just have to go there and just use the Postman to hit those endpoints. It's very easy to register, and we'll be creating this user with one. And the name of the user is one. This is the password and the login credential that he is using. So you can choose the methods. HTTP method, there is post, get, put, patch, and we are using post as we have defined in our code. We are using post method. So yeah, so let's try to create the user. I think there is some error. Okay, we have, yeah, that's it. That's fine. Okay, let's try to hit it. Yeah, the user is successfully created, and I think the password is not getting hashed. So we need to do something for it. Go to the user model, and this should we should have password here, not this dot password. So let's try it again. Let's try it again. So yeah, let's try to hit the endpoint again. So I have figured out the problem. So it should be in string, not like this. I think it will work now because this function was running, and we were not able to get to the get to the hashing process. So let's try to hit that endpoint again. So I think there's some problem with it. We have made one more typo here. It should be gen salt, not salt. So just random typos. So fuck. So yeah, now the password is getting hacked. The problem was the Bcrypt was not installed. Alright. So that's why the application was not encrypting the password. Let's try to create one more user. One, it will be one. It will be two, and the password will be two, and name will be two. Let's try to create it, and we have got this one. The password is totally hashed. So yeah. Go to the user controllers, and now we will be writing the controller for login functionality. Async. Make it a try catch block, and we'll be giving the same responses in terms of error. And yeah, we will require email and password from the user. Which we will be getting from request.body. If the user didn't give the email and password, we will send in the custom errors. So yeah, just delete name from here. And yeah, now that we got the password, we will check whether the user exists or not in the database. Email. So yeah, it will be an asynchronous operation. And yeah, let's move. If we didn't find the user, this means that the user doesn't exist, and we'll be sending errors. And so yeah, just copy it and place it here, and say invalid. username or password. So yeah, now that we have verified the identity of the user, we will check whether the password provided by the user is right or not. For that, we will require Bcrypt. So let's import Bcrypt. Yeah, Bcrypt. So yeah. It will be an async operation. Bcrypt dot compare. So yeah, from the definition, as you can see, first it will need the unencrypted data, and then it will need encrypted data. So first we will give the password provided by the user, and then you will give the password stored in the database. So yeah, if is matching is false, then we'll send the custom error message, invalid username or password. Just copy and paste it here. And if the user is valid, now we will be generating the tokens, JWT tokens. So yeah, for that we need JWT. We need JSON to use we will be using JSON Web Token in order to generate the tokens. So JSON Web Token. So yeah, JWT dot sign. So we will give the information that token will contain. For now, I am just giving the underscore ID of the user, which is provided by the MongoDB database. So yeah, and we will require the secret key. So put the secret key in the .env file in order to make your application secure. Just enter the random integers. I'm just entering the random integers, random string values. So yeah, just give this secret key to JWT, and it will do the work for us. Just copy the name. Make sure the names are same, otherwise you will get errors. And we will also define the time the token will expire. I'm just giving 1 week time. So we got the token. So now we need to use one more middleware, which is cookie parser. Cookie parser. So yeah, go to the user controller and just send the cookie. Give the name of the field and the value of it. It should be in string. So yes, and now at last we will sending the success message to the user. So yeah, paste the paste the response. So instead of 400, send 200, and the success will be true, and we'll sending the user. So yeah, that's it. Now let's import this function, export this function, and let's define the endpoint. Go to the user routes and define one more endpoint, route and slash login dot post login. Sorry, typos. So yeah, we have imported the login function, and let's try to test the endpoint in the postman. Go to I have defined this testing routes before, so I don't have any problem with it. So the request is post type, and the URL will be this, and let's send a request to it, and we got invalid username or password. So just two. So yeah, we are successfully registered the two. I think there is a problem with one because we have created multiple ones here since I was trying to debug the problem. So in that process, I have created multiple ones. So that is giving me an error. But two is successfully logged in. So our function is our endpoint is working well. Let's try to get my profile route. So go to the user controller, and yeah, go to the user controller, or we will be defining get my profile route. Profile, it will be async function, try catch, and let's give the custom error message. And yeah. So in order to get the profile of the user, we will using the token which we have set in the if you go to the postman, there is the tokens. You see the token is set. This token is the token that we have created using the JWT, and yeah, so we will use this token in order to get the user profile. So we will accepting the token using request.cookies, and cookies.token is the name of the token, and this is the name of the field. Okay, so now we will be decoding this token. JWT will be using JWT for that. JWT.verify. Let's see whether it will. No, I don't think so. So pass the token here and pass the secret key. Secret key. So yeah, if the decoded data is not there, this means that the user has provided the wrong token, and he is not or the token has expired. So we will be sending the customer error message. So yeah, successful default, it will be unauthorized 401. Status will be 401. This means unauthorized, or just send invalid token. And since now we got the token, we will find the user in the database. User dot find by ID and decoded data dot ID. And yes, since now we will sending the response, instead of 400 it is 200, and it is success true. And instead of message you will be sending the user. So yeah, get my profile. So along with the get my profile, I also want to create it. I also want to create the get logout functionality. So logout, it will be the easy one. I always try to wrap my endpoints on try and catch block in order to minimize the errors and give the custom errors to the user. Now here we are giving manual customers, but we can define a function in a util file which will be giving through that we can use it to give customers seamlessly. We don't have to write these much lines of code, but now that we are building a simple application, I don't want to make it complex for you. So yeah, so let's go for. So in order to log out the user, we will be setting the cookie that we have created to null. So just go here and yeah, go for response dot cookies request dot cookie and set it to undefined. Set it to sorry, where is it? Just go. I think we have defined it above. Okay. Response dot cookie and token. This token only is like undefined. It is response dot cookie. Where is it? Response dot cookie. Field is token and it is undefined or null, or it will expire in. Person date dot now. So yeah, the token will expire just as we created. Now import these functions, get my profile and log out. Let's create the endpoints and test them. Route dot router dot route slash, it will be me, and get my profile. Sorry, this shouldn't be here, it should be in get my profile and router dot route. So logout dot get. So yeah, that's it. Go to here, and I think I have the logout request here. I don't think so. Shit. Okay, let's define the URL will be this, and let's send the request. In the internal server, I think we made some mistakes here. Go to the user controller and let's see what are the get my profile token. I think they are not able to find the token. That's the problem. Let me debug it. So the error says it cannot find the token. So the problem is we should use cookie parser. So I have imported the cookie parser, but I forgot to use it as a middleware. That's why we are getting this error, cookie parser. Now I think the endpoint will work fine. Let's test it again. Oh yeah. We are getting the user profile. Okay. Now that we have to test the logout functionality, so let's test it. Oh, I think we are not sending any response in logout. That's why. Okay. No, we are not sending a response. Response return status will be 200, and it will be a status should be before the JSON, and the JSON response will be successful. Let's go here. Let's test this. So yeah, we have successfully logged out. So now the work of the backend is over. We should proceed with the front end part. Close the front and go to the close the backend part and move to the front end. Go to the browser and search create React app. Sorry. Click on the getting started and copy paste this into the terminal. So copy paste it. Go into the front end directory and paste the copy text here. Sorry. Add dot here to make the folder as a default folder. So it will take some time. So before since it's installing it, we will be installing one more thing, React Router DOM, in order to make navigate to implement navigation in React. Copy it over here, and we'll be downloading Tailwind CSS for this project. So go to the Tailwind CSS website, click on the get started. So you will see the option of a framework guide here. Click on it and try to find create React app. And yeah, so now you will be pasting these commands and these instructions in order to implement React in our project. So this will take some time. So now the React app is successfully installed. So we paste the reactor.dom npm link that we have copied from here. Yeah. Now we will be installing React Router DOM. Paste it here. And after that we will be setting up the Tailwind CSS. So copy this. Tailwind CSS. Tailwind. We'll be implementing one more thing. We will be downloading one more thing. It will be one more npm package. It is React Hot Toast, to give the toast notification to the user. This is a very popular package and widely used across the web for toast notifications. It's very seamless. It's very soothing. So yeah, this way, copy it and paste it here. React hot toast, and yeah, go to our Tailwind CSS website. We have copied this text and now paste this into the terminal. Yeah, it will create the tailwind.config.js file. So in the in the tailwind.config.js file, we'll be pasting this, and I think yeah, it has created tailwind config.js file. So paste it here, and we'll be pasting this into our index.js file, which is the main file of. So yeah, go here, index.js, index.css file, and paste it here. Go to the index.js and remove this and remove this, and one more thing, delete. There are some extra folders. Just delete and delete this one. Delete report folder and delete the svg. Yeah, delete it. You don't need it. And yeah, app.test. Just delete it. Go to the app.js file and just remove all of this. And yeah, so right, hello world. and let's try to run our React application. Make sure you are in the frontend directory and just say npm start, and it will start our React application. It will take some time. If you don't want to take this much of time, this much amount of time, go for Vite. It's much more faster than React. So it's logo.svg, just remove it. Yeah. So yeah, we are getting hello world. We are getting it into the center because app.css contains some default classes, and just remove it. So yeah, we're getting simple hello world here, and now we will start building our application. Before that, we will be implementing React Router DOM. So yeah, so we will have to import some npm, some packages for that. So yeah, so import browser router as router, import routes, or import route. Import these three things and just remove it. Return the fragments. Router, route, define the path. What will the URL? This will be sign up register, and the element it will have is the element it will have will be home. uh, it will have register. This will be our register page, and copy this and paste it here. So we will also have login, and we will also have profile section. It will contain the login component, and it will have the profile component. So go to the source folder and create a folder called components, and in this create three components: home.jsx, uh, RASC, and create one more component. It will be it will be register.js. Make sure the name of the files is in the uppercase, and profile. So RFC. So I go in the apps and let's import them. So now errors are gone. So yeah, slash register. Yes, we are in the register page. So let's make the register form, and let's have one more components. Route path will be slash, and element will be home. Yeah. So we are at at the home page. So go to the register page and let's start creating. Let's give some classes to it. We are using tailwind CSS, so yeah, this height will be 100 ph, screen width will be full, it will be flex column, item center, justify center. It will center a div from vertically and horizontally. Create one more div and it will contain heading, register, and the background will be some darker background, bg dot slate dot bg slate 700, and let's give classes to it. Should have the text should be in white color. White text should be large enough, so it should be 2XL. And its font will be bold. So yeah, it's looking good. So yeah, let's create the form. So the forms, we will have 3 inputs. Let's give placeholder. Placeholder will be name, and it will have required. Yeah, zip folder, and just copy it 3 times. Name. It shouldn't be pattern, it should be placeholder. So yeah, name, email, so let's make this form flex column. So I think it's class name, width full, height full. So yeah, let's remove it. So let's give some classes to it, some styling. So padding x will be 2, padding y will be 2. So now it's large enough to see, and we're giving the same classes to everyone. And let's give some gap between them. Gap should be 10, I guess. Yeah, the gap is, it should be 5. I think 5 will be good enough. 7. Yeah, 7 is optimum. And let's add a button. Submit. Let's give some classes to it. Padding X will be 5. Padding Y will be 2. Background will be black. Text should be white. And text should be semi-bold. This font should be similar. So yeah, button is looking good. Let's define some states. Name, set name, use state, copy paste it 2 times. So instead of name, make it email, and control D. Password, P should be capital, and yeah. So let's give value to the input fields, name, and on change function, set name, e.target.value, let's give value to the second one. It should have email, and on change function, set email, e.target.value, and let's give value to it, and password, on change, set password, e.target.password, and let's define one handle submit function. Send function, so we will define this function later, we will complete it later. Let's give on clicks to it, on click, handle submit, e.prevent default. This will prevent the default behavior of the form. And yeah, let's give some margin bottom will be 5, and text center, yeah, now everything is symmetrical. Let's define let's give some more classes. Background should be blue, should be dark blue, should be padding X will be 5, and its height should be 50 plus 60%, 50%, yeah. Let's make it flex column, item center, justify center. The noise looking good, and let's deal with the color. Sky 900 will be better. Let's see what color will be the best. For now, just proceed with blue 500. Okay, let's proceed with it, and let's increase the padding. X will be 10. Yeah, and we should also have forget a login button. So just add a text here. So just import link from the React router down. Import it from React router down slash login, and link will be login. Already a user. So yeah, this will take us to the this will take us to the login page. Let's add some classes to it. Text, right. So yeah, it should be center. That's all good. Let's install one more npm package, that is Axios, which will make us the API call for us. Go to the Axios and install it. CD cons Axios dot post. The endpoint will be registered, and the data will be email, password, name, and if the user has not given the email or password or name, we will not return it. So we have downloaded the React hot toast. Let's see how we can use it. So okay, I think we can use it very fine. Go to the index.js file and import the toaster, and I think we will be able to use the React hot toast now. So instead of returning toast dot error, all fields should be filled, return. So yeah, and we will require one more. We will use one more hook, navigate, in order to navigate to the login page, because every time the user will register, we want him to log in at the same time in order to validate him. So navigate if data of success. If data of success is true, then we will be navigating him to a slash login page. Else toast dot error, something went wrong, something went so yeah. So before making the API request, we have to do one more thing. So yeah, we have to do one more thing. We have to add proxy. So go to the package.json file of the front end and add this text, this proxy. See, make sure the URL will be is same, otherwise we'll get the error. So we will have to start our front end application again in So let's start it again. So now we have added the proxies, so this should work fine. So where is that? So yeah, let's go to the register page. So yeah, if I give the random names, if I don't give the password, we are getting this toast notification. One more thing I want to do, whenever we are succeeded, I want to give the toast notification of success. So yeah, products toast dot success registered successful. So yes, let's provide our names. Let's provide all the fields. One thing we have to do, we have to we have to define type also, type of the input field, and this should be the text. This should be email, and the password should, and the type of the password should be password. Sorry. And the type of the password should be password. So yeah, now I think it's all fine. Just re-render it. Go here and do console.log. So yeah, let's register. I think we have made some mistake in the onClick function. e.target.value should be value. Make sure you don't forget it. So let's reload it. 3@gmail.com. So yeah, let's register. What's the problem? I think when oh, it should have not here. Some logical errors. So yeah, we have successfully registered. As you can see in the console, we have got successful. This is the response from our backend server. So yeah, let's create the login functionality. For the login functionality, copy this whole function. Copy this. Go to the login component and paste it. We'll be doing some imports here. So import it. So just remove this name field here from here. So remove name from here too, and also from here. So okay, I think it's working fine, I guess. So import post from here, and yeah, I think I can use it. Go here, remove this email field and name field, import and register new user. Oh, register. Okay, I think we got one more error. Okay, excuse, and do the post request USD. You can see the function is the same, but it's just that we have removed the name field from here. Let's try to test it. So just wait a second, make it log in, and here in the URL of the link, make it register. So yeah, let's try to register now. If I click on it, I'm redirected to the register function. Go to the login function and just add the so yeah, go here. Let's try to register. Let's try to log in. Oh, I think we got an error. What is the response? Okay, I have provided the wrong endpoint. It should be login. Let's try it again. Yeah, we have successfully registered. And whenever we have registered successfully, it should navigate me to the profile page. So yeah, let's go to the profile page. So yeah, we are at the profile page. Now we will fetch the user profile and implement the logout functionality. So for that, you can go here and I will get my profile function. Get my profile. Const. It will be asynchronous function. Trap it in try catch. Sorry. If any error comes, we'll do the simple console log. Console.log error. Okay. Now let's try to make the endpoint request. Wait. We will use Axios and /me will be the endpoint. And if you get the data dot success, if we don't get the data dot success, we should be redirected to the login page. For that, we will use navigate hook from the React router DOM, and we will do navigate /login. Okay, and if we get the response from the server, then we will be setting the user. Get empty object, and if you get the response, set user data dot user. Let's see what kind of data we are getting from the profile. Get my profile function. So we are getting this success and user. Okay, we are fine. So if you get it, so let's add some classes. Height will be screen 100 each, which width will be full, and it should be flex. Item center, justify center, and we will have a div, we will have h1, and it will have user.name, user.name, again h1, user.email, if it has one, and we will have a button. Let's copy the button from the form. I don't want to style it again. Go here, go to the profile section, paste it, delete the on submit. Let's create one more. Let's create the logout function, handle logout, async, and the copy and copy it. If we get data or success, we will move to log out, log in. We'll be setting the user to null, and the endpoint will be logged out, and just put handle logout. Sorry. And yeah, just change the color to red. 700. So it's looking good. Go here, text username, use effect. What use effect will we do? It calls a set of functions that we defined inside it every time the component is mounted or every time the page is rendered. We're getting errors. So yeah. So okay, we have defined the user profile. Let's see what response we are getting. So we are getting the username and email. Let's style it. Before that, let's make the background slate 950, and let's give classes to it. Text, pixel, font it should be bold, and the color will be white. And it should be capitalized, and it should be text center. Nice, it's fine there. Copy the same classes. There will be minor changes to it, and it's pasted here. Instead of capitalize, make it italic. So now I think it looks great, and just add some classes to it. So let's give adding to Martin Y. So yeah, now everything looks good. Make it excellent. Yeah. And if we can't find out the user, if the user don't exist, if the user is empty, we will show a button we will show a button which will navigate us to the login page. Wait, link. Yeah, so just log in. So yeah, this will navigate us to the login page. So if I click on, if it should be log out, not submit, sorry, log out. If I click on log out button, it will, so yeah, we have successfully logged out and we are moved to the login page. So if I try to go to the profile page, yeah, so we are getting this, it should not, it should be log in. So user name. Let's see, yeah, it's login. If I go to the profile page, PRO, PRO, yeah, if I go to the profile page, we are getting this redacted function. So yeah, this is how we have completed the complete login logout functionality in MERN. So hope you liked the video. Thank you.